Right, this time we want to open Excel Test Exp4, and let's click the Restore button, and we need to go to the Tools menu, and well, let's restore it and go to the Tools menu and Options, and on the General tab let's select the username and change that to Z Samuel, and OK. And now let's go to the File menu and Save, and let's call it Excel X Working 6, and click the Save button. And now we want to drag that window to the lower right of the screen and resize it so that about A1 to D10 is showing. So move it to the lower right then. Let's drag it down. Now let's open a second copy of Excel. And let's click the Restore button and size it so that it's about the same as the other one. And let's go to the Tools menu and select Options, and on the General tab this time we'll change the username to mtully and click OK. Now click the Save button in that top left version, and we'll leave the name as Book 1 and save it in our folder. And now click on the title bar in the lower version of Excel and go to the Tools menu and Share Workbook, and on the Editing tab we'll say Allow changes by more than one user, and OK and OK. And now click the title bar in the upper version of Excel and go to the File menu and Open, and let's open Excel X Working 6. So we've got two versions of it open by different people. And on Sheet 2 tab let's type 2,800,000 in C4 and save. And now let's click on the lower Excel, and on the Sheet 2 tab let's click the Save button, and we're notified of changes. Let's say OK, and let's scroll up and point to C4 to see the screen tip, and then click in C6 and let's change that to 3 million and press the Enter key, and then click Save. And now let's click on that upper version of Excel, and in C6 let's type 1,500,000 and then click the Save button, and let's click Accept Mine. And now let's go to the lower version of Excel and click Save. And OK. And let's go to the Tools menu and Track Changes and Accept or Reject Changes. And OK. And now we'll accept the first change, and let's click on the Z Samuel entry, the second one, and say Accept, and click the Save button. Now let's go back to the upper version of Excel and click Save and OK. And now let's go to the Tools menu and track changes and highlight changes and clear the when checkbox and select list changes on a new sheet and click OK. And now let's click save, and we can close that upper version of Excel. And on the remaining one, let's go to the Tools menu and Options, and on the General tab, change the username back to your own name, and OK. And now let's go to the Tools menu and Share Workbook, and on the Editing tab, clear the Allow Changes by More Than One User at a Time, and OK, and yes, and we can close Excel.